I have a very big confession on the channel. I am a mob boss, okay? This has been very old, for a while, especially for my friend, LaRue the hard hitter, or L, THH, as we know on Twitter. It's been ever since that long. I've been a mob boss for over 10 years. So what is a mob boss? A mob boss literally is somebody who sits on his ass all day, literally controls his fire strings, controls a whole bunch of gangsters, literally, and some of them have access to guns, this and that. If you didn't know, literally, before I got, the YouTube career, before, the Tim Chancharago got old, is that, I gave up a mob boss, for being athletic, but more importantly, and all stereotypes. What mob boss is he's somebody who controls the situation, so in each and every aspect, of this video, there's lead, literally what mob boss does, whether it's Anthony, whether it's Perry, whether it's anybody, especially the platypus, what it actually does. Literally, mine goes like this, okay? Literally, what that does, literally, to a gangster is it shows you that you can fight. And what the meme does is it shows you how to fight through and through. So they're already putting a piece in the middle. That's why gangsters, negotiate with me instead of, cutting off Shinobu first thing. And, damn, that fucker's still not dead. But you know what is dead? You tried. Too hard on YouTube. You compare me to people say that, it's too hard to get subs. When you get subs, you don't harass people, this and that. It's really, really, really out there. Literally, I make videos like, Sakamoto Days is good, keep watching. Literally, and I literally get hacked over and over and over again. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. And the meaning, of this video is letting you know that I was the real thing. But before it was the real thing, I used a trick. And what the trick was this. Literally, I would block, things. One of the statements I was gonna make in a video that was supposed to be uploaded yesterday, I couldn't because people were being chauffeurs. Was he fucked me up when I was fluid. Because I gave up, my boss in order to play basketball. Now let me reiterate. My whole channel is a scheme, a mob boss scheme. Because what's mood tricks is a pun off words. Literally, so I thought about it, already back in the day. Compared to, Wrigley Troop Show, a two-fish, mood tricks is a pun, okay? Literally, and it comes from this book, The Shadow Matrix, okay? So, it's reality. The reason why I'm making this video is because you didn't know that I was asking my level of gangster. People were wondering, literally, about African neighbor. Literally, I have the strongest string in the universe. And literally, I was going to make a video about that. So let's get to, literally, what he does, why he's the highest of the gangster. Because what Bob Bus does, literally, he controls other ones, literally, and what mine is, what I know specifically how to do a hoes. Like, Jessica from Jizzler, Rihanna, I know all those hoes. Literally, I know Store Product, literally, I know all of them. Literally, I've literally been a pimp for so long, literally, and in all actuality, I'm telling you, the truth. That's why you're able to fool people, like literally how you go in between and out transitions. Literally, I'm going to like this. Let you think something real quick. Crack on the bottle head like Frieza. After he said, I see eights, literally, I may imply. So you have to understand something that's in between the system. So what Mob Boss does, literally, is he controls a curl situation. But let me tell you, all mob bosses are scared and running away from their therapists. So I'm telling you, to give up, right now. Because that's the true reality of a mob boss. The moment, he can't face, this shit like fucking Lamar. Because I was a fucking mob boss. When I gave up the shit to be a black, when I started playing all those, Alec or anime community videos, I started losing. Because of fact, because that's when they push fact. When you're fucking with Ann, you're going in between like that, some of these shows saying groovy, literally, that's mob boss shit. That means you're calling out her facial expression where hoes like that, literally, are trying to, call out the whole thing. And that's very important because I'm her rank, I'm the Afghan guy, literally, I works rank, literally, I'm one of the biggest, figures of all time. And, and the reason why that is, fuck the Vegeta figure over there, is that, in our reality, I was the most powerful because of my concept with Remino Slime. Remember how I was begging for white people in Pegasus when I was doing this? Literally, I was doing that because I was the real thing. Nobody thought that I was a real thing. Literally, I played around with a gun where I actually wielding one. Do you understand? Because everybody knows a gun is up here. So literally what I'll do is I'll make a scratch and say, oh, that didn't happen yesterday. And I'll be on my Draco the Ruler. Literally, I was sneaking with something, where one tone down, sneaking a landslide. I used to be a mob boss like a motherfucker. Like this right here. How I'm figuring out my own shit in Sparky Zero. Literally, that's a mob boss. Literally, you see, I have my way, across the community. You see how I used to trap people to group home like Stone and Joy with the slime symbol? That is a mob boss. A mob boss literally is a brain first before movement. So what a mob boss does, he takes advantage of the other gangster being fluid. So let's get to the actual, thing. The actual next Naruto. The actual reason why I was able to extract Roman. Literally, and that's the exact what a fucking let's not go to Men in Black for a second. Let's just, open the package, because it's not like it used to be. You know what this could have been, Lily, if you validated the channel? This would have been a official fucking mail, Lily. It could have been a fan bought me this, Lily. This is what actually happens, Lily, outside of my channel. There. Oh my God. Look how exciting that is. Look. The fucking premiere of Toonami. You don't get it, do you? You don't get it, do you? So what are these? These are my rings. Like Karapika, okay? Now, what I was going to do, I was going to say that these are my time rings, to go back in time for the Filipino community, but you were being selfish. And now these look, nice, tight, this, that. Now I don't have to open them. Now, Lily, I can actually, buy, a Karapika suit. Now it goes, Lily, now. Now, you see? You're being fucking selfish. It was back in the day. This is over a 5-year-old package that I bought all the way in 2020. It is still bling. So you need to understand, I was a mob boss, but I let go a long time ago. So fuck you, Sue.